Hi, Seer. Thank you for Roombaing on by. Always good to see you. Oh, whoa! Oh no. Seer's been punted. Rest in peace. You will be missed. Fine blood mist. There you go. Have fun with it. It's amazing that this track is called Trauma because it slaps. I love Trauma. A total vibe. Bunch more. Oh, this is a cool illustration. See, I don't know what these puzzles are. I think these puzzles are just for like this version of the game. They added a bunch of bonus puzzles, so I'm excited to see what those are about. Yep, only 4 chapters left, it looks like. Dude, I'm gonna trick those ghosts, Pika. They're gonna get fucking bricked. Wait. Oh, Dante, thank you very much for the gift sub for Seer. Very kind. Pika. Bueno. Pikachu. Yeah. Pikachu. But I've seen so much Fry positive art in like the town and whatnot. I'm not surprised she's got like the most. What is that? The most supporters initially, or what? What is that number? You have to beat my team. I would. How funny would it be if we both lost to Fry though? Okay, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, like, and she does have, like, the gumption that it would take to be a good team leader. She Naruto runs ahead of us. She seems like someone who would Naruto run. Yeah, the competition just started. It's is it the whole weekend? When does it end? I don't know how these things work yet. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Hope you're well. 7 p.m. Central on Sunday. So, okay, so a little... Yeah, okay, 48 hours. Nice. Excellent. I'm going to be relaxing tomorrow night if it kills me, so hopefully I will... hopefully I'll be able to get some splatting in, because that does count as relaxing. I'm doing alright, Rachel. Okay, cool, cool. Pika, you said you're gonna stream Splat tomorrow, yeah? Maybe I'll play at the same time, see if we can get any matches together by chance. Or on purpose. I don't know how it works. Oh, Frack, you're not gonna be able to be here? Sorry. Yeah, we've only got 4 chapters left, so I'd be surprised if we didn't finish it tonight. Alright, well. Let's see if we can finish it before you have to leave. Kinda doubt it, but we can try. Ah, party. A nap between nap. When does the party start? Don't let me keep you from a nap. That is a late party. I tried to nap today too, but instead I went on a walk that sucked. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, if you find yourself flagging, don't let me keep you from sleeping. But there will be at least an hour between when I end and the party starts. Yeah, fuck work. Fuck work. If anyone from my job sees this and hears this and knows who I am, I mean it. Fuck work. Anyway. Temsic Park, the site of the little Lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Oh, Chicken Guy's here. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? Yeah, no, my job doesn't have any right. Huh? What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end and if the food delivery is a little late. La la la. He's on delivery? A little late. It's already ice cold. Lean back! Oh, you're gonna get swinged, bud. Get swinged. We swangin'. Leaflet. Love letter. A love letter. A love letter. Ooh, I got this thing spinning pretty fast. I didn't even put much effort into it. There's quite a bit of power and speed for a piece of playground equipment. I can just imagine all the poor kids who get sent flying all over the park. Yeah, there's a reason why they stopped putting merry-go-rounds in parks. Because you get it spinning really fast and then get hit with speeding metal. Anyway. What's on your mind, girlie? Well, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? Oh, there in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. A dead body? It looks like a dead body. Wait, what's wrong with Sissel? Sissy? Yeah, no, would you believe that it all makes sense? I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. We'll just put it in the trash. Mascot trout. Imagine being crushed to death by this. What a fate. It's the second crushed to death by things problem we've had. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracts with me, my brother. Wow. He's in a Buddhist cult. But I mean, an environmentalist cultist is not as bad as the alternative, I suppose. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. $8:25. This was a while ago. Oh right, I remember this guy. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay. What does this have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet, in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Oh, Camila! That's why there are leaflets everywhere. I've located the target, beauty. A girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. It's so good. So over the top, it makes it look really good even on small scale. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. He's got a pink crotch rocket. What a guy. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Alright, buddy, you're coming off as kind of a pervert. Wave it. No crotch rocket is in good taste. Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Excuse me? What? What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? The other ghost, you think? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead? Yes, yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods? Or was it a ghost trick? But nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Uh-oh, we're dealing with a heavy-duty ghost. Wonder how deep this goes. Alright, so we have to save the girl and this Yahoo. There's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? How deep this ghost? That's true. Wonder how deep this ghost. But hold on, your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? Yes. I mean, I sincerely doubt it. The last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it is either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's... you? Hey! Sissel! Oh my. It's Missile! It's Missile, guys. Yep. Missile is extremely powerful. You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camila! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camila went out and you left. What a fucking baby. I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! And then I followed Miss Camila out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yeah, you guessed it, I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her, too. Oh. No. And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... Can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And then I remembered what you did for me and how you saved me. So... You went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before that little lady's death? You bet I did! Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. What a cell phone. Or walkie-talkie. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw toward the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Look how long Missile can reach. Like, look at that. Missile's so fucking powerful. The pure heart of a little puppy dog. I can't believe it! How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing! And then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you... I didn't know what to do! Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye, and it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap. That's incredible! And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. Missile's way stronger than Sissel. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course! Naturally! So we're gonna drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Alright. Got football. Alright, let's get started. Missile, Sissel. Pissle? Why would you do Pissle when Hissel's right there? You could be like a snake guy. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer some. It looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press right trigger. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press right trigger, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. I love Missile. I love Missile so much. I mean, and I feel like the logical conclusion here for me is that I'll die and name myself Thistle, right? Like, that's too perfect. Alright, Missile, your powers are the key at this time. Yeah, Thistle. Thistle's a good name. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. And if I see something we can swap, I should use right trigger. Okay. Good. Seesaw. Why not? Whew, here you come already. I swear to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning-fast speed. I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? It's too heavy, the seesaw won't budge. Maybe because of that swap I made? Guess the little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Okay, but like, that means he can't move, right? Love letter. Umbrella. Look at this funny flattened ball. Missile is smarter than Sissel. Well, like, Missile seems to know what things are, and Sissel doesn't know shit, man. Like, he knows what a ball is, and Sissel didn't even seem to know what, like, this could be. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. Oh yeah, Missile does have his memory. Why don't we, though? Everybody gets their memory but us. It's bullshit. Okay, let's... Doesn't stop him? Doesn't stop him at all. What do you think of my lightning-fast pace? Wish you would knock it off, that's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. I think we're gonna have to find a way to stop him. As far as I can see, the only way to do that is to use the playground. What? You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things. Precisely. Except there's one more piece of equipment, to be exact. Stop him with the equipment, eh? Maybe I should rethink things here. Alright, let's start over. We can do this. We can do this. I just need to get onto the globe before we swap the tire. Oh, would you look at that? Sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy. My hair is also round. Let's see, use Mrs. Powers, just tap RT. Try it, see what happens. What do I want to do though? Do I want to put the tire... It goes well, Winter. This is looking... Let's put in the tire in there, too. Let's move this. Go faster. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just might buy us some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Let's wrestle. Wrestle. Focus. Oh, that was so close. If we hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Wow, liquid sunlight. That sounds delicious. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. Recklessness of youth. What's in here? Okay, so if he bounces the basketball up there, maybe I can close the umbrella to bounce the basketball up into the rugby ball. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Wow, I so did not see that coming. I did. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook a little. I think I saw it shake too. Only it shook a little more. Knocked that terrible rugby ball down. From this terrible tree. Ah, should have done this higher. I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together. Okay. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. It's easy, actually. Yeah, missile. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The recklessness of youth. Jump. Spin. I don't know, he looks like he's probably like 20 years old. He's probably a college student. Thriller. Open. Now we wait. What? Sissel, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yes, the tire is too heavy to get much height. I'd have been surprised if it launched me into the air. That tire does have quite a bit of weight to it. Now how heavy it is. Oh. God damn it. I had it right the first time. I'm dummy. Oh, lightning. I love thunder and lightning, Dante. I wish it was storming here. Maybe it will soon. You know what direction the clouds are headed? Ah. Alright. Moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! I love Missile. I love Missile so much. Little baby dog. The Zoid. Watch me, Sissel. Here I go. Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Boing. There, how's that? What a baby, little baby, small, little baby, baby, small. My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. This guy, this user watches rugby. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? But what about Missile's death? No, nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? Talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camila when she was in trouble. I want to be able to help protect Miss Camila. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. Oh my god, the Missile music. It's so fucking good. Perfectly understand. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't you wish your life away already? Oh, of course. You're right. Okay, Missile. Have it your way. Thank you for the Jeff pet, Hina. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. Yeah, it's a pet for Missile. When you get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. God, I love Missile. Angel baby. Thank you for the Jeff pet, Jade. And so Camila ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright, after all. After all, she has me. Missile, are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camila to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Eek. Miss Lynn! Oh, Missile's been taken away. Bye, Missile. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Missile will be okay. He can leave the leaf. The leaves, his existence is not dependent upon the leaves. I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies, this is for you. Oh. So instead of being dead, he's just been unconscious for several hours? You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Where do you think she put the box, Yuna? Hammer space. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you? No, it couldn't be. We met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? What are you talking about? Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago in this park. It could only be one thing that I can think of. Looks like I'd better talk to Mr. Leaflet here. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. Thank you for the drink, Dante. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Oh god. I can't handle it. He's just a little baby. Missile. Wait a minute. You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not, don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. Miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Look at her little snow outfit. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I know I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods." Oh my, I can't believe it. You know, it gets better. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news, and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Alright. Enjoy your food, Rachel. Now, an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So, 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. And if he knew... And the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Yeah, like nipples on a pond. It's like, okay, so on Golden Pond, but on Nipply Pond. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn, I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I had wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know? So now Jowd didn't kill the man, and then pretended he did, and then pretended he killed his wife, and then saddled with all that double fake guilt, he decided to kill himself and leave his daughter an orphan. Great! Yeah, that's the story as we know it right now. Fake guilt. How's that a knack? It's more like brute strength to me. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was a mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court, and so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. Maybe. Knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Yeah, Missel's the third ghost. Because the other ghost would have been from 10 years ago. Probably doesn't exist anymore. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Yeah! Speaking of that little girl from 10 years ago... what's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. You really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next, am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions. In order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one that has to save him. Ugh. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me you were manipulated, too. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it, and why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. I told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. It's very strange indeed. Oh, excuse me. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And that's what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. What in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsik? The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. What, huh? On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him. Bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life, and I didn't want to forget. And yeah, Mino. That is the god. That is Mino, isn't it? Why did he do that? I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of a man whose life I stole, of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister? Inspector Carbonella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. Sami, thank you very much for the subscription. He's part of the bad guys! What are you talking about, Inspector Carbonella? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Carbonella! The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Carbonella's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. Oh yeah, Easy's super wrong. This game goes this game goes so fucking hard. Oh look, my normal bedtime. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Yeah, but he didn't say what the name actually is. Yes! I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith, finally. Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir, all preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well. Nice try, Inspector Cabanela. But you could never stop me. Oh, he's evil. Look at him. He's like the evil version of me. See ya, sucker. Oh, I can't believe how Inspector Cabanela's dead. So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. Oh, Inspector Cabanela is gonna be so weirded out by proof that ghosts are real. Let's go, bud. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. Sup? Sup, chap? Wow, he's only been dead 5 minutes. If the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Ugh. What's the matter, all those broken bones? Smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life, or have you forgotten that? Wrong! I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally you, Inspector Cabanela. Me? You hadn't done what you did. I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth, me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. EGOT. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This is another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsik. Revenge. That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Carbonella. He's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Carbonella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me? I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so, do your thing, baby. Oh, he's so relaxed. I like him. Alright. Yeah, no, he's wonderful. He's really good. So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I'd better be careful. We're stealth ghost in it. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? You sensed my presence. The meteorite did have that. As do all the dead bodies. I know. He likes blue. We just need to find his bitch wife, who has orange powers. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? Is he staring at me? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot! Okay. Other me knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!" Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. Guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Yeah, I know. Alright, what can I do? What can I do? Where can I get to? I like that. Manipulator, blah blah blah. Good boy, Gia hostages can't be a thing. Control these. Oops. That was an accident. Yeah, I always like to get I always like to see what happens. Especially in games that are clever like this. Yeah, big oopsie. I just hit A1 too many times. All those broken bones. Feel what's it like to feel pain? Aha! Okay. Yeah, alright, hold on. I gotta get into that teapot. I mean, that's what it sort of seems like. Oh, shit. Look at this place. Old and busted. What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. Yeah, it is the contraption. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life? Valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Love this guy. Oh, the pigeon guy! Hey, come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? Oh no, I have to save Pigeon Guy. Hi Rachel, welcome back. Some kind of device. Very astute observation. Sorry, my memory isn't working. Yeah, mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment though. This is a thingy. Very thingy. It's too heavy, I can't budge it. Not surprising, what with that mountain of rubble on top of it. And there appears to be a death buried underneath that rubble. Please help that person. Okay, who is? Who is? Excuse me? Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like you didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came here to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Yeah, he's great. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought. I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead. He's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? So the meteorite gives powers? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. The shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell? Baby. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. Before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! That pose. Dynamite, eh? What in the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, eh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. Alright, I'm gonna take the beginning of this puzzle section to take a short break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. In the meantime, enjoy some ads. Let's save Pigeon Guy. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat. Easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Well, what do you propose then, Professor, pray tell? Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. So door open would make sense. Especially since I can't go anywhere else. This place is dangerous. Very true. Don't be daft. Don't be daft, everybody. Oh, rats! Look at Pink Rat. Pink Rat eating. Oh, Blue Rat hungry. Pink Rat, give him a hand. Jesus Christ. Come on. Look. I'm not fully prepared to say Pink Rat is a girl yet. What happens if I... Oh, it's no use. Is he more heavy set than he looks too? Why are you asking me? Store. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. I cannot promise to not hurt the rat. And then he's gonna push it down. And then what? As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, babe. Yeah, no perhaps about it. I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. It looks like it's all over. Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Sissel. Yeah, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me, before I'm carried away. What's with that frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. Friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength that'd surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. Before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Carried away? Oh, the leaf! Sissel! Here I am! Oh, hey, it's... Nestle! What are you doing here? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, you're really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Alright. You remember how to use my powers? Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right? Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? As I was being carried by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at a thing from different angles, it looks different. You know, that's a pretty good point for a little doggy who came in with the sewage. Perspective. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of that man in red then. No, we can't do that either. We can't do this! We can't do that! What can we do? We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Boy cake. Yeah. Ball. Elephant. Oh, I can help Rat. Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. Oh, hi, Dunk. Yeah, I'm winning. I'm helping some rats get into the garbage. It's my favorite DS game. Actually, like, #1. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. These things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, eh? Alright, Missile. Oh, Dante, thank you very much for the gift sub. I really appreciate that. It's very kind. Oh, rat feasts together. Oh, wow. Jeez. It's very sweet. Interesting, interesting. We can unpack that later. Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. Missile, you are a Pomeranian. What a dangerous bunch. It's time. Oh, it's so time. Okay. Okay. Nope, wrong one. This button. Swap! Let's go! We saved Pigeon Guy. Look how graceful Campanella is. I love them. I love that. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you. Oh, poor Gabonella. Pigeon. Pigeon. Coo, coo, coo. I used to be able to make a good pigeon noise. Not anymore. Evil Sissel is mega fucked up. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. I couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor, broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. I love Cabanella. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanella. It's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time it's different, right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in White, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you. Yeah, okay, Missile. Brag about it. Hagen. Oh, lovey-dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. Lovey-dove. I want to get a pair of doves, to, like, keep. It would be nice. I love them. You've got spirit, little pigeon. I'd better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile is waiting for me. I'd better hurry. Yeah, it's a measuring device. What's it measure? Well, you know. Devices. There you are, Sissel! Sorry for the wait, Missile. Oh god, Missile's music just fills me with so much joy. 4 minutes from now, and the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanella without him noticing. Ugh, it's even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap right trigger. Great. Super. I assume I have to, like... Oh yeah, okay. Look at, we got some shapes. We got some shapes here. We got hat shapes. Knit hat. Photos. Microscope. Okay. Yeah, famously tappable. Alright, so we gotta swap hats somehow. I can't get up there until it knocks teapot down. Tea kettle. No, I know what he does. He stares at me. Don't appreciate that, honestly. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around. You have to call him that. But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too. You have something to do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Sweden? Beagle? Oh, I didn't do a fast enough. What's going on? No, you have. I did this once before. I fucked it up already. Just don't look at me. I don't appreciate it when you look at me. Gee, Missile, this sure is a good time for us to ghost trick Phantom Detective. So true. Alright. Let's go. Ah, fuck. Yeah, why is Missile so long? He's a long dog. Long dog. Can't. Hang on, did you just move objects with your mind? Well, that happened. So true. Cues. Cues. Swivel. What was that? It was nothing. It was fucking nothing. Okay? Alright. I need to get rid of this stool. Maybe. That's the kind of guy you are. Just invented a new guy. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Good chunk. Wait, this Missile's supposed to be... No. I think... Am I supposed to be in it? Right, because I can manipulate it to go back over there. Let's go. Jiggle. Go back. Swap book and hat. Get into Hamlet. Okay. Would you look at that, right on the hook. I love knit hats, so warm and most of all, soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Aha, I thought so. Okay. But what do I do about that? You want to get shot again? No, wait. Our chance is coming up. The last split second, right? Leave it to me. Alright. So would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance! I'm hearing the bullet right now! Let's swap this little thing with something else! What? It's our only hope. It's gotta be something with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Oh, the knit hat? Bullet shaped. But I didn't want to do it with the hard hat or he would have still gotten fucking killed. See. It's like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too, and that is a threat. Over and over. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Would you believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camila. You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guy I have to follow, too. A certain guy. That was more of a flump than a bonk. And he's still got like a bunch of broken bones. Oh, yeah. Hard hat? That would have been a total bonk. Would have been a deadly bonk. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left, and now a new story is about to unfold in a new presence. Yeah, these two, so alive. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what, is the guy in red gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. The boys. Damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to them. Alright. Mr. Superintendent, if that is your real name, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There was no signs of life, he was definitely dead, but I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse, but that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch. But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. There is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? Got up and walked away. Yeah, Rachel. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. Got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. That's what the device measure. It's device radiation. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment. Hello, lovey-dove. Went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell, and just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. Literally dancing. I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and the Temsic were somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camila. Okay. If I knew things were gonna end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose. You're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were rested on tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made that decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. Finally you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago, on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake, and then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanela, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Yeah, that's how green detectives get fucking fired. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. Yeah, well, you know. They're true stories. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, eh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation, and then finally we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight, on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think that what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right, highly unlikely they'd use him for peaceful purposes. And now they have that little girl as a hostage? Camila. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. I don't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. That's why he took him to the justice, and that's why I brought him to before the justice minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? What a good man. But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Alright. Yeah, I love Cabanela. So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jowd? That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. Yeah, I love Jowd. Or not Jowd, Cabanela. He's wonderful. But there's just one part of it. Even while he's like being framed as a villain, he's good. Yeah. That I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camila told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camila's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Cabanela! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cabanela, I'm sorry, I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. That's a cop right there. Yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke, you might as well laugh. Jowd! The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it. Good night, Dante. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second. Jowd. 5 years ago, You left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. God. Lovey-dove doing work. Power! Yeah, I didn't realize how long these last chapters would be. I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for these days to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. They're like at least twice the length of all the other chapters. I don't know. We'll see how close we are at the end of this next half hour. The present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. I kinda really want to finish this tonight, though. Yeah. Oh well. I guess next week. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Yeah, they really cucked us, didn't they? 419, blasé it. Hello? This is Jowd. Sissel, you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk, we'll be waiting for you. Well, you'd better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. T-Pigeon. The other end of the phone line. I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go. Single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. We'll see. Alright. Bye, Frack. Thanks for coming by. Welcome to the Yonoa. Good night, good night. Have fun at the party. Detective Jowd. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. Yet, okay, buddy. Batman. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. Egad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh? But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yonoa was going to surface. Confound it. We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. Rumple. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one is a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Cabanela. I hear he's an excellent investigator. By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere. Ah, Sissel, you mean? You! You can relax. That's nothing but his shell. His shell, eh? His spirit isn't here right now. He's most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go. Bah! There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip? Ugh! Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer. The source of his powers. Oh shit. What in the world is that? The Tempsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sissel is concluded, as far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? Tisk tisk. What a mistake to make right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd! Where did he go? To the woods. Into the woods. What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger, but I'd better find them, and fast. Oh boy. Oh. So you're here, huh? It's Missile! Yes, I think I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. What with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camila. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say I don't think it can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it! Oh, Missile. My sweet baby. The telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camila. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet! Hello? Hello? Miss Camila? Hello? It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me. Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. Okay. Baseball. Hey, nice. There. Uh-oh. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look! That black hello! It came off the hook! Uh-oh, I better answer it fast. Hello? Hello? Miss Camila? Miss Camila! What is it, Missile? That was the wrong ghost. Phone. Hello? Is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel, where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh good, I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn. Miss Lynn! We better hurry. Let's go, Sissel! Alright, let's go. I mean, Lynn is almost certainly dead again. Yep. Drowned. It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Camila! And... Miss Lynn! Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy! I knew you'd come. God forbid women do anything. Miss Camila! Miss Camila! And Missile, too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? That's right. Camila has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camila, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile? Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it! Thank you, Missile. I know. Absolutely tragic. Missile is the best doggo. Alright, Lynn. How the fuck are ya? Oh, Sissel, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanela fired into them with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camila. I found Camila hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy. It sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Let's rewind time. Yeah, the afterlife is hoppin'. There have been so many dead people in and out today. Oh, Camila, are you okay? Holy shit. Camila! Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camila back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out! Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? Pronouns are he, 'cause I'll never be him. He was just going to shoot Detective Jowd as Camila when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part. Okay, how do I do this? So let's see, the cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. What do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Okay. Can't do shit. Gun! Get gunned. I don't know if that's how memory works either, you know. Bring gun closer, please. My favorite mineral? Ice. Ice. I guess it follows a lot of the rules of being a mineral. Ah. Yeah? Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. Alright. My favorite mineral... It's hard to say, but it might be carnelian. So it must be true what they say. There are restless ghosts on board. Yeah, there are restless ghosts. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Yeah, okay, sailor. Who the hell? Who is he calling a restless ghosts? Well, it's true. One of us is really resting in peace. Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Great. Sissel has underestimated us. He left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip. Detective Jowd, what's going on here? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Tempsic fragment taken away. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just gonna go ahead and steal the Tempsic fragment. Huh? But that's cheating! I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Tempsic fragment going to go? I am stuck. Oh wait, I can get into the capsule probably. He's got a core. Wait, he's got a core. Wait, what? Why has he got a core? Mysteries. Oh. Ah, the Tempsic fragment. You're mine at last. At least he's saving his crew. Such as it is. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Slurp his core? I wish. The whole room just disappeared, with Detective Jowd in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. Can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along, before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. I don't know if I can stop him from taking the shiny rock. Ah, so that's the cause of that giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo! It's like... Well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. Looks like he has plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. Lever. Power switchboard. There's no time, it's gonna launch. Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope. What was the I hope at the end of the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. Rat? Came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. Was this really the best move? I think so. Just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us, too. How in the world did it get in here? I mean, even if the missile doesn't go on, it's in like a tiny cage at the bottom of the ocean. I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. Spinning black things, right? Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Right. Great, we've dumped the little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it! That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedoes still hit the submarine. It looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it! Yeah, but now you're stuck in a death box in the bottom of the ocean. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess. Guess that's just what missiles do! They're unstoppable! Huh? Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we'd better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camila. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. Got to get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. Bismuth is a very Hino mineral. I like that. Maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. Yeah, I think that's a great choice. I like fluorite as well. Lynn. Camila, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. Sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camila! Oh, Miss Lee, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camila. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. Oh. Camila! Miss Camila! I'll get you out of here. It's a lot of stress for a little girl. If it's the last thing I do. Aw, I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel, he's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way. Yes? I can't swim. Neither can Camila. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Great. Lower? Ladder. You did it, Sissel. Thanks. Oh, jeez. At least she's very physically capable. What was that? Looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh? Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Okay, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do is get to that door and we're safe. Eek! Oh no. She threw me. Uh-oh. Ow. But now, it looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Oh, hi, Drogo. I'm doing really well. I'm just finishing up a session of Ghost Trick. I was hoping to finish it tonight, but these last chapters are a lot longer than I remember. I don't remember this section of the game at all. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Sissel, there you are! How's it going? How's it going? I'd say it's going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course! Okay. These pistons sticking out right in front of me, it's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge? It might be just that. Think you can climb them? If I wasn't holding Camille, I could probably do it easily. Sissel, you're not telling me Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? Those pistons sure do look like they could be used to our advantage. Okay. Well, I doubt they're doing that, Miss Lynn. I wish the pistons is related to how large the fans are. My arms are full, but my legs are free. Could you just move these pistons so they're a little easier to climb? I think I could do it. Oh, thank you from Libby! Thank you very much for the raid! Hold on. Welcome in, raiders! Oh, my goodness gracious! Is that a double raid? Welcome, welcome, raiders! Hi, Libby! A bun and a kitten. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. How was your book club? Yeah. Amazing and spicy. Oh, it was one of those, was it? A bodice ripper. We really do. There we go. Staircase. Anyway, Raiders, we're playing some Ghost Trick right now. Probably not gonna go for too much longer, though I wish I could finish it all in all tonight. But this is very close, essentially is my usual stopping time, so unless I get a huge public outcry to keep going, then I'll have to stop soon. Now this steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? There's no way to go around either. You think you can do something? Of course we can. We have to. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. You know, always correct. Why can't I get... Can I take the fans? There we go. Huh. What do you mean this early? Yeah, no, you're right. I think we can stop it right here, because we can... No, we can't. Okay, so we'll get to where we can save, and then we'll stop. Because I think this moment is too tense for save, I guess? There we go. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I might hang out and chat for a little while after. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. No, Missile, it's too salty! I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it. Whatever, just do something about this steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile. I'm trying, okay? I guess just Missile. Steam. If I... Ah. If I swap the pipes, it changes how the steam comes out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no, the water is getting really close now. Not that I can see all that well with all this steam here. Missile will switch the pipes around so you can get across. That's right, don't give up, Miss Lynn. My back is really starting to hurt. Okay. Then maybe I can go... Can I do anything down here? Man, I really... Sissel ain't do shit. There aren't any that just go up, though. Oh, I see. Oh, uh-oh. I'm actually really timed there, huh? Couldn't take a little warm mist? That was no warm mist, it was boiling hot steam. Anyway, it looks like you're the key player for this one, Missile. I don't think my powers alone are going to be enough. Okay. What? How did... Oh well. I guess I needed Sissel and couldn't get him up there somehow. But we'll figure it out. I knew there was something missing. There we go. There, how does that look? Looks great. All the horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, that's not far now. Try to move forward. Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. How in the world am I going to get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missile. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Okay. Alright, but I can move it down, but I can't move it back up. Alright, now this is pod racing. Now this is what I'm talking about. I can't lift you. Girl, who do you think I am? I can get this door open, Lynn can escape. Can't budge it. It must be stuck or something. Guess we'll have to wait for Lynn to use her miraculous power on it. But first, we have to get her up here. Okay. I can move it. Alright, we'll just ignore the fact that Lynn weighs more than a basketball. I don't know that. You're right. What a fool I am. Sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? But I wasn't able to do it. Maybe we can work together? It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No! Whoa. Is that a robot made out of junk? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Alright, well, that's the second to last chapter. The penultimate chapter. Completed, I believe. But we're gonna save there and stop. And we'll finish it next week. Very excited. But we hopefully have unlocked an important track. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't believe they don't give you Missile's theme till you've beaten the game. That's cruel. Oh well, let's listen to Trauma. It slaps. And then let me see who we can raid. It's been a really, really good stream tonight, though. I'm glad everybody came out. Thank you very much, Libby and AfroKitty, again for the raids. Yeah, good night, Drogo. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see here. It looks like Kamini is playing something called Paper Bride. I'm not familiar with Paper Bride, but you guys go say hi to the ghost office lady. And you have a wonderful evening. I will drink some water before bed. And good night, good night, good night. Everybody have a good evening.